Okay, it's an interesting type of content this time. We're doing a traditional type of Italian pasta. We learned this trick from binging with Babish. We use this trick to open up the garlic here. Now we're proceeding to cut off all of the stems. When we saw that trick from the Babish video, we originally thought that really was a nice way to take the skin off. We thought it would work because we heard of a similar trick where they did the same thing with like boiled eggs and what have you, but as it turns out, it didn't work that really well, but it did help make things go faster. We did have to peel off some of the skin ourselves, but it definitely helps speed things up. Anyway, so we are now cutting off the stems to prepare the garlic. We genuinely thought the garlic had to be sliced a certain way. We couldn't tell what Babish was doing when he was slicing the garlic, but as it turns out, it just had to be thinly sliced. So we just looked up a tutorial and just sliced the garlic as as thinly as possible. Now we're proceeding to slice the garlic. We angled it at some specific wedge. As it turns out, it didn't matter which way we actually slice the garlic. It does come out in some kind of a flat result like we saw in the Babish video. So we just confidently sliced everything as thinly as possible. The knife wasn't really that sharp, and I'm not that skilled at using a knife, so it took a while, but I mean, the whole video goes for like 4 minutes at this point, so we'll go over some of the other stuff that we learned as we did this. This is apparently a type of fine dining, like, pasta that they serve at fancy restaurants, and you're able to do this for like a certain amount of like budget as well. Like it's very cheap to make, despite it being a fine dining menu item. Obviously, the slices sometimes end up being a little thicker than we would have liked, but again, we were using a very small knife, and I'm not that skilled with like gripping a piece of vegetable, especially a small clove of garlic like this. It's very difficult. I'm pretty sure I cut myself at one point. I only cut a bit of my nail, so it's not like I actually like injured myself. It's not like I bled. I've handled several injuries and they all sucked, but this one wasn't that bad. It's very painful to have to like, what's more painful is to have to actually thinly slice these things as thinly as possible, but other than that, like, the gripping is the toughest part of it, but it's really not that bad. Is this where I cut myself? I don't know, but yeah, it's just not that bad. I did sustain a little bit of an injury, but it's not like I bled. I just had to trim my like fingernail, and then everything was fine. Yeah, but this goes on for like another 2 minutes. A little bit of before we talk about boiling the pasta. The garlic is part of all of this, so when you do this, you have to make sure you slice the garlic first. That's the thing you need to do first. Normally, you can technically get away with just using like minced garlic that you just get at Costco. It's another way to eat things up, but we wanted to do a really traditional of Italian pasta, so we went the very traditional way of like thinning actual. If you want to save time, mince garlic and then just slap parsley and what have you, and then there you go. But normally when a pasta dish, you want to finish the noodle or the pasta last. I know there's that we were doing where we Eastern noodles to cook completely, so you definitely want
Basically,
to
what I'm trying to
do
say
them
here
like
is that you typically want to do the pasta or the noodles last because otherwise they go bad while the other ingredients are cooking. In this case, though, the pasta water and the olive oil merge together to make the sauce. So you want to stop cooking the pasta when you're 2 minutes away from al dente. Then you drain most of the pasta water until you have some of it left. And then you add olive oil and the other ingredients and cook the pasta for the remaining 2 minutes in this new white sauce.
Now we need to drain the pasta water. We want some of it left in there, so we don't drain all of it. And we leave some of it in there, you'll see. I added a bit too much olive oil in this case, but the pasta water and the olive oil are going to become a sauce together. Now we're going to add our thinly sliced garlic. And what we have here are parsley flakes. Now we add red chili flakes just like how they did it in the film. Stir and boil for the remaining 2 minutes, and this is what you've got. Buon appetito!